Hold on. The question was, why do you think people have a tendency to complain all the time? Why is it so easy for people to complain about stuff all the time?
Because there's a lot of things to complain about, so that's one of the, like, here's an example. Like, say this palm tree, these little branches started wilting.
Okay.
That would be an easy thing to complain about.
Yeah.
And say, I'm just doing an example. So, say a big airplane crashed into a house. That's a hard thing. That's a very easy thing to complain about.
I think I would probably complain about that no matter how happy I was. If a giant airplane crashed into our house.
So, and you don't want to get mad, so instead your brain can't take the madness, so it just does the complaining instead. Done.
That's it? That's the whole explanation?
Uh-huh.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, wouldn't you agree that there's just as many things out there to be happy about than there are to complain about?
Uh-huh.
So why don't people just look for things to be happy about and talk about that all the time instead of the things that they're frustrated about?
Sometimes you just gotta let your body do what it wants to do.
And that's complain?
Uh-huh.
Well, does it feel good to complain?
Okay. When you're holding in your complaints, that does not feel good. So that no complaining bracelet is kind of torturing your body. But when you let out your complaints, it's not as bad as holding in your complaints.
What about tricking your brain to not even want to complain, though, so you're not feeling like you're holding it in? Do you think it's possible to only think about stuff that makes you happy?
It's possible, it's just very hard, and that's another thing easy to complain about. And you don't do it.
So you'd be complaining about not thinking of all the good stuff?
Uh-huh. And you'd be complaining about complaining.
I guess you're right. So your advice is to complain whenever you feel like there's a need to complain.
Uh-huh.
And not even think about it. Just get your complaining out.
Uh-huh.
You think that's better than trying to look for all the things that you could talk about that would make you happy?
You're holding in your complaint.
And you don't think you could just totally trick your brain into only thinking about the good stuff?
Not good for you.
Not good for you? Bad for you? Sounds good. All
I'm
right.
embarrassed.
What are you embarrassed about?
People are going to be watching this if we put it on YouTube.
I'm not putting it on YouTube.
Please!
Oh, you want it on YouTube?
Uh-huh.
Okay. We'll do like psychology lessons from Stelly.
I'm embarrassed.
You will be. So bye-bye.